Command me, Master.
The city of Tyr lost its king and now stands vulnerable. I will take it for my own. Go, prepare for my coming.
Your might is unequaled, Master. Yours will be a glorious victory.
Silence! Do not tell me what is mine, slave. Forces are awakening that you cannot comprehend. You are but a pawn. Go!
To the Veiled Alliance. An evil has crept into Tyr which will destroy us all. I have seen it. He was a nightmare come to life, the very face of death. But there's no time to explain. We must get to the Veiled Alliance headquarters at once. Arslan will help.
Spacula. You are to meet our contact at the caravan gate and go immediately to the Veiled Alliance headquarters. Arslan can help you in this. Before meeting the contact though, I want you to check out that rumor about the Templars. It is no doubt just another ghost story, but now is not the time to be careless. Matthias. I don't want any trouble in here. You keep that nonsense out in the streets. Who are you? I'm Uhibito, the caravan master. I am responsible for making sure all the caravans in and out of Tyr are legitimate. A necessary measure, you understand, with all the scum that's been flocking to Tyr. Did you see who attacked me in the street? I didn't see anything. Do you know the woman who was killed? I don't know who you're talking about. Don't you have anything useful to say? Of course I do. It's part of my job, helping visitors find their way in Tyr. What trouble is Tyr having? Ever since Kalak was killed, it seems every thug and cut-purse on Athos has paid Tyr a visit. They think that without a king, there must not be any law. What happened to Tyr's king? Kalak the Sorcerer King was slain by the gladiator Ricus. The rumours say treason on a high level was involved. You can imagine the ruckus his death caused. Tyr is only now beginning to settle down. Is there a caravan leaving soon? Akar is supposed to be sending a caravan out this week. He hasn't said when though. Who is Akar? Akar is an iron merchant. He lives north of Shadow Square. Can you tell me about Tyr? Tyr is a marvellous city, the best you'll find anywhere on Athos. It is also the only city that has no slaves, nor even a sorcerer king, which one could say go hand in hand. Is there an inn where I can rest in town? Yes, I would recommend the Harbinger's Roost. It's a fine boarding house, just back of this office as a matter of fact. Go right at the first street north of here. Can you recommend a place to buy goods? The best shops are straight up the main street here. There's also Shadow Square on the west side of town, but they're all thieves and con artists over there. Why don't you like the Shadow Square? The merchants there drift in with the desert winds one day and are gone the next. You can't trust people like that. My caravans only sell their wares to the legitimate shops. That's where you'll find the finest goods. If I can offer any more help, don't hesitate to ask. Yes, what is it? Who are you? I'm Zikta. I'm new to Tyr, but it seems a wonderful city. Perhaps I will make my stay permanent. Why are you in such a hurry? I came here to visit my uncle. The news of Kalak's death gave me hope for a better life here. Right now I'm looking for a place to live, so I'm not a burden on my uncle. What's the latest gossip in town? I heard a man was seen sneaking in the back entrance of the High Breweresses, and the next day the overseer of fields is dead. Can you believe that? I need to be going now. Goodbye. Good day to you, ma'am. Are you interested in buying anything? Show me your goods, please. pleasure to do business with you. Have you had any rumours recently? All of Tyr is talking about the assassination at the main gate, but you would know more about that than a simple merchant like myself, eh? Be sure to come back if you ever need something. Goodbye. A good day to you, friends. I am New Taku, dealer extraordinaire in rare and exotic substances. I'm Roxpar. We met before in the last game. A pleasure. Truly a pleasure, Roxpar. Weren't you mixed up in that fracas by the caravan gate? Yes, that was me. Quite a piece of work that was. Or so I hear. I wasn't there myself. Let me say, though, I could use a woman with your resourcefulness. Are you interested in earning a few ceramic pieces? What do you have in mind? I've heard that there are giant skeletons haunting the deserted building on the southwest side of town. As it happens, I have need for the skull of a giant skeleton, and I need someone to retrieve it for me. Why do you need the skull? All I can say is that a client of mine wants me to prepare the skull for him, confidentially, you understand. It's no small aspect. Confidentiality, you understand, is no small aspect of my business. Why are you asking me to do this? To be blunt, I have been unable to convince anyone else to do this for me. There are some minor risks involved. How much will you pay for the skull? I only need one giant skull, for which I will give you 5,000 ceramic pieces. Any extra skulls weighing 1,000 ceramic pieces apiece. I'll get the giant skull then. I knew I could count on you. In the meantime, you may wish to look at the items I have for sale. Show me your goods then. Thank you. Your business is appreciated. It was nice talking to you. Goodbye. Goodbye. It's good to see you again, Roxpar. How did you fare against the giant skeletons? I have the giant skeleton skull. You do? That's wonderful. I only need one giant skull, for which I will give you 5,000 ceramic pieces. Any extra skulls weighing 1,000 ceramic pieces apiece. Can you sell them to me? Yes. You have my gratitude, Roxpar. I was worried that I'd have to retrieve this myself. Do you have any other quests for me? Yes, though I'm not sure how eager you will be to tackle this one. Great Freyrs are involved and it promises to be quite dangerous. What do you have in mind? Great fires have been seen about Tyr with increasing frequency, especially in underground areas. So I asked myself, what better time to gather a few of their teeth? If you're up to the challenge, I'd be most appreciative. Where are the great fires coming from? Fires are created from nightmares and other strong emotions, and with Tyr in such turmoil there's no shortage of fear. Though, why so many have appeared is a mystery. Where am I supposed to find Freyrs? Most of the Freyr sightings have been near the pyramid, one of the reasons they say it's haunted. If you could find a way into the pyramid, I'm sure you'll find all the Freyrs you'd ever want to. Alright, I'll get the Freyr teeth. I knew you'd be up for the challenge. It's nice talking to you. Goodbye. Goodbye. The cabinet is locked. The basin is dry. Good day, friends. Good day. How can I serve you? Who are you? Name's Stitches, owner of this fine establishment. How did you get a name like Stitches? Truth be told, I wasn't always as well off as I am now. One of the true success stories in Tyr. Like so many children of slaves, I was orphaned and had to scrounge the streets for food and shelter. People started calling me Stitches, then because my clothes were made of more stitches than cloth. How did you become so successful? Now, I don't tell this to just anybody, but you look the sort who can hold her tongue. There's treasure under Tyr, more than anyone could dream. I found my way down there once, and was able to carry out enough booty to last a lifetime. Where do I find an entrance to under Tyr? The entrance I found was in an arms shop that used to be just east of here. It's been torn down and paved over since, and I don't know of any other way into under Tyr. Do you know where I can find Arslan? Sure, everybody knows Arslan. You'll find the dwarf in the back room. What do you know about Arslan? Don't know any more than I supposed to. He's an independent miner and does quite well at it. Heard any interesting news lately? I say a woman was struck down in the streets by a bolt of magic, as if Tyr didn't have enough trouble already. It was nice talking to you. Goodbye. Yeah, what do you want? I'm Roxpar. Oh, you're the one who was with Bacula when she was killed. Want to tell me what you were doing with her? Are you Arslan? Yeah, I'm Arslan. I still haven't heard what you were doing with Bacula at the gate. She thought I was from the Veiled Alliance. Well, are you from the Veiled Alliance? I don't know what the Veiled Alliance is. Got yourself mixed up in more trouble than you can handle there. I just might be able to help you though, if you're willing to run a little errand for me. Are you? Yes. Good. What I want is for you to find out what the Templars are doing. We've heard some rumours that they're turning to Defiler magic since the Sorcerer King Kalak was slain. What exactly do you want me to do? I want you to go to the Templars' offices and find out what they're doing, mind. I need proof, not just stories. I also want you to cause the Templars as much trouble as you can without it coming back to us. What kind of proof do you need? A woman by the name of Kalabutu runs things at the offices. If you bring me a document with her name on it, which describes the Templars' plans, I'd call that proof. What if there is no such document? If I know the Templars as well as I think I do, there will be. Templars like their orders spelled out. It makes it easier for them to shift the blame to someone else when things go wrong. Where do I find the Templars? They have offices on the northeast side of town. My money says that's where you'll find your answers. How do I get into the offices? Oh, they'll let you in the front door, just like you were a lost friend, but don't expect to find anything but lies there. You'll need to go to the inner offices. You'll want to talk to Finia before you go. I hear she's done a little exploring in the office. Tell me about Finia. Finia is a thief, but she only steals from the Templars. Maybe that's just because she's got a keen sense of survival, or maybe she's got a conscience. Last I heard, she was staying at the Harbinger's Roost on the southeast side of town. How do I find out what they're doing? Well, you probably don't want to barge in there with swords flashing. The stealthy approach should be more rewarding. What if I... Nah, alright, I've heard enough. I'm sure you'll be successful. Who is responsible for Bacula's death? It was the Draxians who killed her. About a month ago, strangers started drifting into Tyr from Draxa. They aren't your typical cut purses, and for some reason, they must have decided Bacula should be assassinated. What do you know about the Draxons? I don't know much. I've seen quite a number of them, but never many at the same time. They just appear from nowhere and then melt away. What are the Draxons doing here? The Draxons are much more organised than any bandits I've seen, which makes me suspect that they have more in mind than taking advantage of a lack of a Sorcerer King. It's time I was leaving. Goodbye. Right. I'll talk to you later, Roxbar. Don't forget, proof of Kalabutu's plans is what I'm looking for. Good luck to you, Roxbar. Welcome to the Harbinger's Roost. You're looking for a room, right? I am Rehan, owner of this inn. Are there any interesting rumours in town? There's been plenty of strangers in town lately, and that always gets the rumours flying. Mostly, they say that the Templars are bringing in mercenaries to protect themselves now that they've lost their magic. How did the Templars lose their magic? They lost it when the Sorcerer King died, of course. It's just a matter of time before someone challenges the Templars, I say. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, come right in. Don't mind the door being shut. Sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. You're good. Walking through a closed door at an inn and then apologising. I almost believe you. Who are you? Name's Veneer. I've been working here for about 6 months now. It's a rich town, despite its recent troubles. Arslan said you regularly robbed the Templars. He did, huh? I'll have to talk to him about being so free with my name. It's true, though. It's like stealing from a blind man now that the Templars have no power. Why do you rob the Templars? Let's just say I don't get along with them very well. An old argument we've yet to settle. Can you help me get into the offices? Your eagerness shows you've got grit. But before I can do anything, I have a problem with Akar, the merchant. If you take care of my problem, I'll tell you how to get into the Templars' offices. You'll be able to come and go as you please, with no one the wiser. Is it a deal? What is your problem with Akar? It's really more of a misunderstanding I have with Akar. Seems I caused him a minor discomfort when the Templar he had bribed turned up dead. He wants me to pay off the kickbacks he would have received from the Templar, some 10,000 ceramic pieces. If you can convince Akar to forget the debt, or pay him off, I'll tell you how to get in the Templar's offices. Where do I find Akar? He's in his mansion on the northwest side of town. Okay, it's a deal. You're a lifesaver. I'll wait here while you talk to Akar. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Where is that good-for-nothing Jan?
Over here, you filthy Jan.
Where is that good-for-nothing Jan?
What took you so long?
I thought I saw something.
Guards? Alliance? Quiet! Somebody's coming.
Okay, she is gone. It goes from a children's tale. Everything is ready. But my master asks another favor.
The Lord Warrior has already done enough for your master.
It is very small, though it could affect the Lord Warrior's plan. There is a Jan named Magnolia. She suspects my master.
Consider it done. Deliver the information to Zorani on the day of the attack. Quiet!
Okay, she is gone. And my master needs some of the money. Now.
None of it until the Sultan is dead. Go now. It's not safe to speak here.
meet at the backup spot at the appointed time. Excuse me, ma'am, but this is a private residence. What are you doing here? I'm Roxpar. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance, Roxpar. My name is Bohemir, of House Gazette. I'd like to speak to the owner. You must mean Acre. He is in his room right now. If you follow me, I'll show you in. Right this way, please. Ah, come in, Roxpar, come in. How can I help such a fine half-elf as yourself? How did you know my name? A man in my position knows many things. Please do not take offence. Just what is your position? I am the head of House Gazette, trader in iron ore and other precious commodities. Obviously I must know who is in town if I'm to stay on top of the market. What other commodities do you trade? Oh, mostly just odds and ends, and enough about myself. What brings you to see me? I'm here to talk to you about Fenaya. Ah, Fenaya. Now there's a woman with a fine sense of value. It's too bad her dislike of the Templars gets in the way of her good sense. As I recall, she owes me quite a sum of money. Maybe you could just forget the debt? I run a business, not a charity. I'm here to pay off the debt then, you know, the one she owes you. That's very noble of you, and I certainly have no objection to you paying the debt. Paying? The debt was 10,000 Sarok pieces, as I recall. Will you pay now? Yeah. Thank you, and you can tell Fenaya that she no longer has to worry about any threats I may have made. Neat. The tapestry is woven with remarkable craftsmanship and depicts a surrealistic landscape which Roxpar recognizes as a magical realm. At the edge of her senses, Roxpar also picks up the unmistakable stench of porcelains. Examining it closer, Roxpar's hand fades in and out as she touches the tapestry. Do you try entering the tapestry? Nope. Have you talked to Acre yet? What did he say? You no longer owe Acre anything. Arslan's right about you, Roxpar, saying you're something different from the average adventurers who are just out for loot. I owe you a great deal. Thanks. In order to get into the Templar's offices, you must know the correct way to knock. If you knock twice, then once, the door will open for you. Oh, and here's a key to the back door of the Templar's offices. It'll only work on the door to the storeroom on the east side of the offices. but I found the Templars often leave valuables in there. What do you know about the Templars? I know enough about the Templars to realise that they're the scum of Athos. There isn't a thing crawling out. Thing crawling that's more repulsive. You don't like Templars very much, do you? Let's just say I don't get along with them very well. An old argument we've yet to settle. What is your argument with the Templars? I don't like the way they do business. They think they own everyone in this city, and that they have the right to ruin somebody's life just to satisfy a whim. I just make sure they own a little less than they think. Do you know what they are planning to do? They want to get their power back, and they'll do whatever it takes to ensure they get it. Are they using defiler magic to get power? It wouldn't surprise me, but I haven't seen any evidence of them using defiler magic. It's probably just a rumour to get people's anger stirred against them, as if they aren't hated enough already. What have you seen the Templars doing? What strikes me is that after the Sorcerer King was killed, a lot of the Templars left Tyr. Now I'm seeing new Templars arrive, and these new Templars aren't like any others I know of. Why are the Templars still allowed to rule? It's more habit than anything else. The people think Tyr's bureaucracy is too complicated to run themselves, and that other city-states would attack if there was a revolution in Tyr. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hey, sewer scum, give us your money now. Are you talking to me? I got no time for any of your naive games. Wit, get over here and teach this worm some sense. Buckspot hears a strange noise in the next room, and through a crack in the wall she can see the glow of a lamp. Through the crack, you can hear two Draxon Templars talking in the next room. Master, I fear you are promising these Tyrian scum too much. You will allow them to share in the glory of the dragon? Why, yes, Grippiness. But only for a time. When the Lord Warrior's preparations are complete, why, then we shall have no further use for the Tyrians, will we? Shh, not so loud. What if that Tyrian should hear you? We must be convincing, Gripnes. The Tyrians hunger for Defiler's power. They will snap at the bait, Gripnins, and then we shall have them. They will become slaves, Master. I would delight in seeing those pompous fools in chains. Regrettably no, Gripnins. They know too much, but it shall be amusing to fry them in the loving gaze of the dragon. You have locked my journal away securely, Gripnins. It would be bad for you if the Tyrians saw what was written in it. Oh yes, Master. It is in the cabinet, and your pet will make sure no one disturbs it. Do not worry. Very well. Come, Gripnins. The cabinet will send us back to our meeting. Remember, a big smile for our foolish allies, the Tyrians. The door is locked. Get away from that door. Only government officials are allowed in there. Sorry, I didn't know. But of course, we are all on the same side now, right? Yes, what is it? The Draxon's plan to kill you all. I suppose you have evidence to back up this ridiculous claim? No, but the evidence is in that room. Is it really? And you say the Draxons actually planned to kill us Tyrian Templars? Well, of course, I could never authorize you to enter that room and look around. And if you were caught, I'd deny everything. Now, where is that key which unlocks that door to the east? I hope I haven't dropped it where someone could just pick it up. Oxford discovers a book, which appears to be a journal of some sort. Private journal of the Draxon High Templar Smid. Open it. Most of the journal is boring administrative detail, but on one page you find evidence that the Draxons intend to betray the trust of the Tyrian Templars. Our spy confirms the Templars of Kalak are pretentious buffoons, unsuited to worship at the feet of the dragon. Therefore, will I deceive these tyrants into believing the dragon will be their patron, and use them to help the Lord Warrior with his preparations? When their usefulness is past, they will all be put to the flame. Now, the Lord Warrior sends our spy out to the hinterlands to visit a tribe of Jan. What the purpose may be, I do not know. Yes, what is it? I'm looking into the Draxon plot and... well, did you find the evidence you were looking for? Yes, here, take a look. The Templar contemptuously takes the evidence you offer him, but as he reads it, his eyes widen. Great Kalak's ghost, the Draxons do mean to kill us. This is all Calabuto's fault. If you go through the curtained cabinet in the room to the east, it will take you unnoticed past the guards and into the conference room where Calabuta is talking to the Draxon scum. There, you can punish her for her treason to Kalak's untarnished memory. The cabinet appears to be a portal of some kind. Do you step into it? Yes. Spies! Kryptonians! Kill these intruders! Kill them yourself, Calabuta. If your security is so lax as to allow rabble off the streets to wander your halls, then the Lord Warrior has no need of your services. The note details Calabuta's plan to ally with the Draxons in exchange for the return of the Templar's magic. It is just the sort of proof that Arslan is looking for. A runner of mine said he saw you go into the Templar's office. How did that go? I have the proof you wanted. Arslan reads the note, horror quickly marring his features as he realizes that Tyr faces complete destruction if the Draxons carry out their plan. You must get this information to the Veiled Alliance at once. I'll show you where the secret entrance to the headquarters is located. We've no time to waste. Are you ready to go to the Veiled Alliance headquarters now? Yes, let's go. That's what I'd like to hear. Just follow me, and I'll show you the secret entrance to the Veiled Alliance headquarters. The stairs lead down into an underground building. Do you enter? Yes. Greetings. The Veiled Alliance welcomes you into the fold. I am Mathis Marathon, the leader of the cells here in Tyr. Arslan sent word that you were checking on the Templars. Have you news of their doings? Yes. Mathis listens in grey silence as Rockspire explains the situation with the Templars and the forces from Draxon. I have read about the city, but never once thought its people would venture far from their valley in the Sea of Silt. Life preserve us. Tyr cannot hope to survive such a catastrophe. Already it is on the brink of anarchy. I knew we would face consequences for Kalak's death. But come, we must begin preparations for whatever they have in store for our beleaguered city. What are we going to do? Right now we must prepare for the worst, study our enemy and gather our strength. Talk to Elika. She will give you the names of some of our contacts in Tyr. My strongest advice, however, is to do some research of your own on the workings of these Templars. Where can I do this research? We have archive and research rooms in the northeast corner of headquarters. You are more than welcome to use them. Who is Elika? She is the one who handles communication between the Veiled Alliance cells, takes care of all our day-to-day needs. Her office is just west of the entry hall. How are we going to stop the Draxons? I'm not sure yet. Certainly the Draxons have been unable to complete any plans they have. The answer to our problems will be found in one of my many books. Patience and wisdom. These are the virtues that will lead us to victory. Is there a place I can rest? Of course. Forgive my manners. I am too anxious to hear what you have learned in the Templar offices. A guest room awaits you. It is the first room to the west as you walk south down the main corridor. Tell me about this city, Draxon. Draxon is a dreadful city in the middle of the Sea of Silt. Nothing but evil tales have ever come out of it. Now it seems that evil has decided to spawn more than just stories. How does Kalak's death figure into this? Only in that when the Sorcerer King Kalak was slain in his pyramid, as he tried to transform into a dragon, a void was created in the power structure of Tyr. Kalak's evil was great, and I do not in the least mourn his demise, but it has had its price in the lawlessness on the streets, and now the intention of the dragon. I will be in my private rooms to the northeast. You're welcome to come talk to me any time. Hello, you must be Roxbar, the new recruit, the one who was with Backlund when she died. Those Draxons got the death they deserved. No one deserves to die, surely. All life is precious, even wretches like those Draxons. Now what can I do for you? Who are you? Why, I'm Sylvain, the healer, of course. I thought everybody knew me. Leastways, everybody comes to me sooner or later when they're hurt. What are you doing? I'm mixing up a few tinctures and storing herbs. For a time when they're needed. I need to leave now. Goodbye. Always glad to chat with you, Roxbar. Goodbye and take care of yourself. As you step into the meeting room, you see an intense woman rallying her followers. The respect she invokes shows clearly in their faces. The time to act is now. We have hidden in the shadows long enough. Kalak has been dead for months, and what have we done with our freedom? Nothing. Remelia is right. Fear is our only enemy now. The common people want the defilers driven from the land as much as we do. All we must do is teach them the truth about our magic. But the people are not ready to accept magic in any form. Divulgence, if carried out, must be done slowly, like the gathering of dew, one drop at a time until the bowl is full. Remelia turns and notices you in the doorway. She raises her hand and gestures to you. Here are the new Alliance members. How do you stand on divulgence, friend? What is divulgence? Simply put, divulgence is the idea that we in the Alliance should lift our veils and reveal to a public that we are wizards, that not all magic users are evil like the defilers. This, we feel, can only strengthen us in our fight. What exactly are you fighting for? Look around you. Athos is a tortured world, where even the breathing can be painful when the hot winds blow. We fight so a cool breeze will not be smothered with dust, so a spring can nourish life before it dries up. It is the defilers who make Athos like this, and it is to them we must take the fight. Won't the people simply hunt you down? They may. They see the blasted land around them and know it was magic that caused the destruction. What they don't know is that only magic can heal Athos of its wounds. That is what we live and die for. What does Matthias say about all this? Matthias wants to keep the Veiled Alliance a secret society, and we respect his leadership. However, Matthias knows it is a changing world we live in, and that the debate over divulgence can only provide us with more options. A righteous cause. How can I help? I appreciate the guile you showed in getting the information from the Templars, but now is not the time for secrecy. I think I know where these Draxians of yours are hiding. We must hit them soon, and hit them hard. Sounds like a good way to get killed. You are right. To meet death in the name of life is the only death that I will accept. Come to my quarters later. They are straight down the corridor to the west. We can speak quietly there. Remelia and the other members speak among themselves for a few moments before the meeting breaks up. Hello and welcome to the Veiled Alliance. My name is Aleka. Actually, I'm glad you came to see me now. I've heard some disturbing rumours about you, or rather, about some people looking for you. Who was looking for me? I don't know their names, but twice now one of my contacts has been questioned by a group of 6 men. Apparently they are offering a sizable reward for information on your whereabouts. What's your step? Matthias said I should talk to you. Yes, well, there are 2 people in Tyr that you should know. Arslan, whom you've already met, and Tassala, who has run several missions against the Templars for us. Tell me about Tassala. Tassala poses as a merchant in the Shadow Square, where she gathers a great deal of information for us. She will know you are the Veiled Alliance if you ask to buy a jaguar cage. What do you do here, Aleka? I suppose you could call me a facilitator of sorts. Mainly I just make sure everyone in the different alliance cells are doing what they're supposed to. So what am I supposed to be doing? If you're new here in Tyr and unknown, I think Matthias wants you to run infiltration missions like you did at the Templar's office. What do you know about the Draxons? I don't know much. There's been rumours in the square about strangers in town, of course, but no one seems to know much. The information you've got is the best we've had so far. Can you tell me about the Veiled Alliance? Oh, but of course. What do you want to know? What do you think of divulgence? I don't think things will ever get better without some form of divulgence. Athos is too scarred for us to wait much longer. Still, if we were to move completely into the open, we would surely be wiped out. We must not rush into it blindly. Sylvan seems an odd sort. Who is she? It is her service to the elemental forces which makes her so, but she is a marvellously gifted healer. Some would believe she has been touched by the pain of Athos itself, or that she holds some secret of life. Do you know Romilly very well? Oh yes, second in command, she's always in and out of here. She's a little too rash to make me entirely comfortable, but sometimes that's exactly what we need. Someone to get out there and fight for our cause. What do you mean by the cause? Our cause is first to protect are the preservers, and those who sympathize with the preservers' convictions. To save the land from death. That is what we most want. Is Matthias a good leader? Matthias has served the cause well for 40 years. His wisdom is unrivaled. Some even say that he holds more knowledge than the Sorcerer Kings. With the amount of time he spends at his books, that wouldn't surprise me. It was nice talking to you, Roxpar, but Romelia has got me running down her list of active defilers again. Goodbye. Alright, Roxpar. We have us a deadly situation here with the Draxons, but I still don't know how you do in combat. What we need is someone to crush these Draxons in quick. Shouldn't we ask Matthias about this? Matthias thinks he can solve all problems just by thinking at them hard enough. Now maybe that works, and Matthias has certainly served the Alliance well for years. These Draxons are too dangerous to take a chance with. We need to stop them dead. Isn't there a more subtle way to do this? Maybe, but we don't have time to find it. Who knows how close the Draxons are to completing their plans. Just point me at them, you'll see me fight. With an attitude like that, those Draxons won't last long in our town. What do you want me to do? Like I said, can't wait around for the Draxons to make their play. Take the fight straight to them, and make them think twice about being in Tyr. Do you know where the Draxons are? The Ziggurat. Why do you think they're in the pyramid? It is the only place big enough and deserted enough to conceal them. And where else would the dragon want his sanctum? If the Draxons aren't in the pyramid, we're in more trouble than I care to consider. How can I get into the pyramid? The obvious entrances have long since been sealed off. Tassala, our agent in the Shadow Square, may be able to help you. Do you have any advice? Sure, watch your step. The Draxons are preparing a sanctum for the dragon. You can bet they're laying traps and wards to protect it. I should get going now. Goodbye. Good luck to you, Roxpar.